Yo! Yellow, yellow. Everyone here who can see me. Yes, you have arrived. Hello! I'm just trying to quickly move some bits around. You came as soon as you heard, and I do appreciate it 1,000-fold. Now here's the real question. Is this a normal YouTube video, or is it a short? Is it a live short? That's what I'm trying to get it to do to cooperate. Is this like a regular video? Or is it within the shorts feed? I'm trying to get it to do that, hence why everything's all, portrait. That's the word I'm looking for. And I'm struggling to figure it out, because I'm a very silly person. And I figured what better way to try and get it to work than to actually jump right in and see. A surprise stream, yes indeed. Hopefully one that's cooperating. Because it may well be we have to restart this once or twice while I freaking get it to cooperate. As I wish for this to be in the shorts feed. But trying to do it on a PC is a much more complicated endeavor than simply doing it on one's phone. So do tell me kindly, is this a regular video, but for some reason in portrait, or is it actually in your shorts feed? That's what I want to know. I have a feeling we may be in luck. Yes, it seems to be in the shorts. Excellent. Good, good, good. Right. Great googly moogly. Yes, indeed, Scooter Pumpkin Shooter. Now, I shan't beat about the bush while things are going on. We are here to paint something, of course. A surprise stream for painting Turiel, a librarian of the Dark Angels. We've been transported to the YouTube Shorts dimension. Good, I'm pleased to hear it. And it's in your feed. Marvellous. Good, good, good. But yes, this fellow here, who's had all of his undercoat done, he is indeed a Dark Angel. I have a plan for Turiel, you see. I'm not simply going to paint Turiel, although I will paint him as best I can, and then that's it. No, there is a plan for this. And it's a plan that we are going to enact right now, I believe. So I think the first thing we'll probably start with, I reckon, some of that green. You know, the old iconic green. Or should we start with the blue, because he is a librarian. A snazzy mini, yes. Oh, he's one of the old... Yes, he is. I was given this model by a friend who had a collection from the Dark Vengeance box I knew you said episodes, that's wrong. Editions ago. There we go. But, oh, and of course, sound check. How do I sound? Is it all good and clear? All sounding good. Now, I'll just quickly grab what I need. I was so worried that it wouldn't function. I'm actually not ready for what happened when it did function. Anyway, let's get on with that green, shall we? Let's bust out my Caliban green. I don't know, I just really fancied just painting and streaming tonight, so I was like, sod it. What's stopping me, really? Because I literally spent like a little while thinking, I gotta wait till Sunday. I was like, no, I don't. I don't have to wait till Sunday. I can do it whenever I wish. Caliban green. Stick that in my wet palette. Ah, beautiful. So, how is everybody's evening? How is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully I didn't catch you all too off guard. Too out of place, all that jazz. Get a bit of the old Lamia medium in there. Grip. Lovely. That's what makes it good, ladies and gentlemen. Quickly mix it up. And yes, I am the type of person who will then just flip a greaseproof paper in one of these upside down. Good. Been mining in Valheim. Oh, excellent. Has it been a success? Has it been a success? There we go. You made a wee treasure hunt. Ooh, excellent. Great to listen to the stream while I'm building my Hivestorm box. Oh, excellent. That's what we like to hear. Let's get this cape done. Let's start with that. Wow. Dark Angels are pretty dope. This is my first ever Dark Angel. Ever. The first time I've ever laid the color green to one. So it's quite the honor, I must say. Painted some Kriegsmen. Ah, excellent. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. Yes, indeed. Said by one of the greatest villains of all time. Oh, I don't know if I genuinely don't remember if I've already said this, but sound check. Can you all hear me all right? How is the sound of my voice over the sound of the music? And, ooh, cat hair. You know me. Sound check, sound check, sound check. Oh my, yes. Good evening, Signed with Blood. How are you? And yes, Took, you have been summoned. I'm painting a Dark Angel. You are just the one I was waiting for. I knew this would get your your senses tingling. What are we painting? We are painting Turiel, a Dark Angels Librarian from an older edition. A friend of mine gave me some old models that he sort of maybe half painted a couple of them. This one I had to completely strip of paint, had a little bit done, but he just never got into it, so he gave them to me. And oh, massive thanks, massive thanks. There we go. Superundi. A perfect stream since I'm starting a Firstborn Dark Angels army. Oh, nice. The Firstborn Dark Angels, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Primaris are dope. They really are. But the Dark Angels just really suit the Firstborn, in my opinion. It just really does. Now, why is the stream tiny? The stream is tiny because this is in the shorts feed. I thought I'd give it a spin. And I thought rather than wait till next Sunday, because I'm also in the mood for it, we'll try it this way. But I'm trying to make sure you guys... In fact, you know, let me just quickly zoom in the camera a little bit. Let me do a bit of camera magic, you know? That way. Laser focus. There you go. Now you guys can see it better. Cape. Love painting capes. Oh, absolutely. Me too. Capes are very dope. Stick around for a while if you're scrolling. Yes, indeed. And yes, he is the littlest of dudes, Michael George. Thanks for reminding me to finish reading Son of the Forest. I still need to read Son of the Forest. I really want to, though, because I think the Lion is awesome. I mean, I kind of like all the Primarchs, but there's something about the Lion. It's just that, just him. Just him. Let's get you... Try and paint you up nice. Because I won't lie, some of these models are very discolored. They're very, very old. Well, not very, very old, but, you know, old enough to be considered old, you know what I mean? Remember, the Fallen do not exist. What are the Fallen? Can't possibly exist. What are they talking about? These guys are busy fighting the Crimson Slaughter, I believe it was. Fighting old Cranon the Relentless. They are the only traitors here. Mini with Took, yes. Reading Descent of Angels at the moment, and you are right. The Lion really is him. Really is. There we go. Read it right now. Also going to ping you on my 12th Legionnaire I did this morning. Oh, yes, please. Oh, let me just quickly move something in the way. There we go. Now my elbow can rest. Artie, can you make an announcement saying Took is a fallen? Oh dear, I don't wish to start too much of a civil war. Besides, the Fallen don't exist. Took said so, therefore it is so. I thought Took was a Fallen, then Took assured me they weren't. Man, was I wrong. Try and get these. Why am I going so... Well, there we go. I'm being very silly with how I'm doing this edge, I won't lie to you all. There we go. It's lovely dark green. It's just such a nice dark green. How big is your army? Well, my biggest army is Ultramarines. It consists of some Intercessors, some Devastators. Last I counted was about 1,300 points worth. But yeah, Devastators, Intercessors, Jump Pack Intercessors, a Repulsor Annihilator. Oh god, my brain has just died. A Chaplain on a bike, a cheeky Charlie Chaplain on a bike. I've got a Primaris Dreadnought, a Primaris Ballistus Dreadnought. Ah, no, my brain. Who needs brains, eh? I have a couple of them out, just next to me, but most of them are tucked away safely. He was fallen, then he got up. Grandpa is fallen, and he can't get up. Finish him. I would paint more, but this week is the start of a new Destiny 2 episode. Come tomorrow. Ooh. Destiny 2 still going strong? So we like. I've gotten up, brother. Excellent. And I suggest you stay up. Yeah, no, the Lion. He'll help you up these days. Get this painted. There we go. I originally wanted to paint him in sub-assembly because he was push to fit, but a lot of the push to fit bits kind of just fell off. So I was like, alright, I'm just going to bite the bullet and just glue him to begin with, because, you know what? It's meh. Meh, just meh. There we go. Marvellous. But you'll call the Apothecary marvellous. That's a lot of models. So Ultramarines are your favourite chapter? Yes, indeed. I've loved the Ultramarines for many, many years. I know a lot of people dunk on the Ultramarines. Not so much anymore these days, to be fair. But I've always really liked them. I like their style. I like their sense of organisation. Their logistical approach to warfare appeals to me. I do have a couple of orcs as well, but I've only recently started, really. I mean, the beginning of this channel, indeed, was the start of my entire journey. Because the whole point of this channel is to document me learning how to paint minis. And thanks to, big thanks to a lot of the people here in this very chat. Really helped me improve. Still helped me improve. There we go. Well, the light's a little bright, 'cause he's a little bit bright, isn't he? So, I'm going to turn the lights down just a smidgen. Let's make it a little bit nicer on the old eyeballs. There we go. There we are. I think that's a little bit better, isn't it? Remember, if tomatoes are technically a fruit, then ketchup is a smoothie. Oh, well. My entire life has been changed. Put the smoothie on the burger. Don your burger with the smoothie, brother. Make it truly luscious. He is a Dark Angel, yes indeed. We gotta be fighting Vampire Scorn this episode. New armor looks like Bloodborne meets Cyberpunk. Oh, awesome, that's a cool combo. There we go. Art, who had any interest in selling your souls to the Ruinous Powers? Oh, of course I have. I mean, no. What you talking about? Why would I ever do that? I don't need to sell my soul. It already belongs to them, after all. There you go. Wow, I'm really seeing the edges of that black undercoat I did already coming up. Nice one. Realistic thin. Yes, indeed. Invisible Cactus, hello! In your Space Marine 2 live stream, you mentioned that you were a voice actor. Out of curiosity, what have you done voiceover work for? I've done it for adverts. I've done a couple of radio shows, some internet shows. It was a long time ago. I haven't actually been a practicing voice actor for, oh god, probably approaching a decade now. There we go. But I am a trained and qualified one. There we go. Got a degree in university for performing arts, specializing in dialects and accent. Because I've always had a passion for acting in general, but it was kind of while I was in uni, I was like, you know what, no, I want to really lean into the voice acting side of it, because I know that I have a fairly applicable voice. So I was like, why not lean into it? Plus, I like being at home, so I could have a home studio. That was always the idea. But I've not been a practicing quote-unquote voice actor for a while now. I've only really, because of this channel, started sort of dabbling in it again, really. There we go. Trying to get under this here backpack. Just there. Oh, what a mess. That was a disaster. That's fine, that's fine. We like disasters. Because where there are disasters, heroes can rise. And all that jazz. There we go. Get that green on that black. Lovely. Try and avoid getting it on too much of this white. Wow, I really missed a bit there. There we go. Good evening, all you sexy people, says Bayside Blue. Hello! How are you, Bayside Blue? You have to forgive me while I'm doing these edges. I'm struggling to look at the chat. There we go. But mouse, yes. Gonna do a ping again to you so you can watch the trailer. Yes, indeed, thank you. My effed up sleep schedule is kicking my ass, so I'm gonna go to sleep. No worries, man. Thanks for tuning in. If I could voice one 40k character, who would you choose? Oh my goodness, there are so many. Like many things, it would really depend on my mood, but if I was to analyze... I mean, I know I could do most Space Marines, because I know I possess the right tone for a Space Marine. But, a Primarch would be fun. Doing Gilliman that would be excellent. Hey! Luca Dread Cassone has subscribed. Thank you very much, my friend, if you're here. If not, we're sending thanks through the warp. But, a Lehman Russ could be a fun one as well. Doing Lehman Russ would be a good one. Well, in the name of my father, the Emperor, we shall see them dead. No, I'm not shout. I would shout it, but it's a bit late for shouting, so I'm not going to shout. The Khan as well could be a good one. And Fulgrim as well. I do enjoy that kind of dark, sinister malice that Fulgrim possesses, that unpredictable nature. Yes, that'll be a good one. Something of that nature. Ah, yes, Chaos Space Marines. Jakati Khan. Yes, my cat has her butt in my face. That's usually how Merlin has his. That's just Merlin. That's me. Right. So what else needs to be green? This chest bit here. Then we'll probably move on to the blue, because indeed he's a librarian, so he actually has mostly blue armor, which is... When I figured that out, I was like, oh, well, I'm pretty experienced with blue. I can do that. Because I completely forgot librarians are typically blue armored. Like how the chaplain's black, apothecary's white, etc. There we go. Is your cat clad in midnight blue? Cat is not clad in midnight blue. My cat is just clad in British blue, because he is a British blue. There we go, let's get that green on. Lovely. Perturabo, oh god. Now, so what kind of... Perturabo is an interesting one. Because he just sit here and... He'd know what he's doing better than you would, that's for sure. Certainly think of himself better. That kind of vibe. Bit of an upturned nose, you know? I feel that's what it would be. There we go. Look at that green, everybody. That green is luscious. Ooh. I won't lie, the Dark Angels, they're very cool. I do like their color. I'm not entirely sure, because I was a bit confused between where would be cream, because he has some cream on him, and where would be green. The green and the cream, it was a bit of a conflict, so I had to sort of use my best guess on where would be, you know, which and what. Get under that arm there. Bit messy as well, I do apologise. I hurt my hand at work, you see, so my painting hand isn't quite as up to snuff as one would usually be. Yes, Dark Angel moment. You can hear his Vox meows. He's snoring away, you see. Dayron, hello, pink hand, pink hand. Peter Turbo is probably just gruff and quiet. Yeah, not exactly charismatic, is he? Librarians and chaplains actually have the majority of their armor in chapter color, just with a few places blue or black and some specific iconography. Oh, that would make sense. A grey knight is watching. Ooh. Come on. Just trying to get in that corner. There we go. Nice. I think this would have been more cream in hindsight, but I'm like, nah. You know, he's a librarian, so as a result, he hasn't got as much of the green as I would like. So I'm just going to roll with it. Oh, got loads on the tubing. No worries. No worries at all. Right, so I think we're fairly golden. Just going to do this bit as well. There we go. There we go. Alright, cool beans. I know that's messy as all heck, but we will hide it in the future. I agree with the statement, Dark Angels are cool. Yes, indeed, they really are. How did I hurt my hand? Well, because I deliver for Sainsbury's, the supermarket, I was carrying totes of food through a narrow patio door at the front, you see. And I could just about get my hands through. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm good. And then I suddenly moved forward, knowing I cleared it. And on the patio door, there was like this latch bit that was like sticking out like that. And I grazed really deep, almost gouged right along there, along the bones. I felt the bones like click in. And then I honestly thought I'd broken some of the bones on my hand. I was like, ooh. Hey, thank you for subscribing. That's a name that I can't say. Yes, and oh, and another one. Thank you, Liam Saul. I can say that one. Yes, thank you so much. But yeah, you get the idea. Just like that. And I was like, oh, God. I honestly thought I'd broken my hand. So I put the tote down. Before ringing the bell, I just sort of moved my fingers, dreading I'd feel bones clashing and grit. But no, I hadn't broken anything. I just really bruised myself, but it really hurts. And now whenever I do certain finger movements, yeah, it just still hurts. So I'm not too good with my brush hand at the moment, but ouch, you can feel that. Yeah, exactly. Is there a way to watch the stream full screen on PC? Alas, no. I'm still learning how to do the whole shorts feed live thing. This is fairly new to me. I don't think there's a way they could really interlock per se. Of course, Sundays will always be the usual full screen kind of lives where things are a little bit more intimate, but there we go. I'm still learning about these things. and all that jazz. Right, is that all the green? I think that's all the green. I have a handy-dandy picture of him over here. Let's have a wee look. Doesn't that count as a working accident? It did, and that's why I put it down in the book. I always put it down in the book, folks. Oh, there is a bit more green, actually. Just a little bit. But it's, Oh, okay, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. It's like, right, do you see that ridge? It's a bit... He's so bright, you can't really see him. He's got a ridge along the outside of his hood. Right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Can't do this. Oh, you know what, guys? I definitely can't do this. I lack the skill. Come on, guys. Do that orc belief thing. Believe in me. Believe in me. Send me your belief. Artie, what are your thoughts on The In-Betweeners? Never really watched it. My girlfriend Wigsy, she loves it. She absolutely loves The In-Betweeners. But I never really watched it. Just didn't really. Come on now. It's going alright, I suppose. That's actually not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. You believe in Artie? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Hello, good evening from PH. I don't know where PH is, but it's good to have you here. Hey guys, I have a question. Who are the Taurans? Oh, that sounds something bull-related. It looks good. Or the Lion. Yes, for the Lion. The Lion believes in me. That's good enough for me. He strikes me as someone very difficult to get the belief of. You know what I mean? He's that kind of guy. All right, we have a good enough band there on their head, I think. Here we go. Thank you so much all for joining me, by the way, because I know that the stream wasn't really planned or announced or anything. I literally decided to do it like 20 minutes before you all would have gotten any heads up about it or before it became a thing. So I do appreciate you joining me. Mainly a technical test. I just wish he wasn't so whitewashed. He's really whitewashed. The Taurans are Space Marines. Next question. Hi from Russia. Hello! Hello, hello from Britain. Yeah, thank you for joining. You're watching makeup tutorials? Oh, excellent. Did you find out what you needed to know? Ask me if I've seen it, whether it's on, and I'm like, nope, and I won't see it either, and then I go to bed. Spanish grandpa law. So he likes the in-betweens. Well, fair, each their own, each their own. I mean, we are allowed to judge. We just do it quietly to ourselves. Right, I think that's all the green, because that's going to be covered in, like, bone. Oh, look at that. A tiny little bit in there. Alas, it's white, but here or. What are we going to do? There we go. Lovely. Alright, cool. I think now's probably a good time to work on that blue. Let's, because I know the backpack's also going to be blue than what I'm thinking. What kind of kit should I get as a starting painter? Well, in the end, you should simply get whatever you think looks cool. That's the way to do it. Whatever you think looks cool. But if you want to look at it from a more objective standpoint, Space Marines are a good start because they have a lot of broad, smooth surfaces, which is great.
Welcome.
Hey, a subscription from another name that I can't pronounce. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. John Wayne. Yes, John Wayne. Philippines. Oh, excellent. Thank you kindly, JJ. Tuning in from the Philippines. That's awesome. It's, and hello, says Xylaz. Do you like Xylaz? Painting a Helldrake, and damn, it's hard to... Oh, I was looking at a Helldrake just a few days ago, and I was like, that looks so cool, and it looks like I'd want to rip my hair out. Absolutely. When you showed Turiel on Discord, I got a notification from eBay that my Turiel and other models just shipped. Oh, damn, see? Oh, you got yourself a Turiel. Nice. You'll have to show us how your Turiel goes. Hello. What I need to 3D print a little tiny Starbucks. Just give him a Starbucks, have him behind a counter. That's what I need to do now. The coolest armor is actually the Marines Errant. Split blue and white. Oh, they are rather cool. Personally, I get the Dark Angels Combat Patrol to start with. No bias here. Yeah, Took may absolutely love the Dark Angels. What is that? This is Turiel, a Librarian of the Dark Angels, who is not yet finished. Now let's quickly... Looks cool, thank you! Yes, he's a Librarian, he's not yet done, but he will be done. What was I doing? Oh yes, blue. And of course, this blue is going to begin with only one of the best blues ever, Macragge Blue. One that I absolutely need to Yo, I just saw a Dreadnought. Is it possible I can buy just the Dreadnought alone? Yes, you can buy a Dreadnought alone. Yeah, you can buy Dreadnoughts alone, all kinds. It's Turiel. What am I saying? Am I saying Turiel? I'm saying Turiel, aren't I? I'm thinking of something else. Oh, I was telling myself earlier, I'm gonna say Turiel, aren't I? Like, in my excitement. Right, let's scoop a bit of this. Thankfully, if I run out in this pot, I have a whole other pot, which is looking like that's exactly what is going to go down. Come on, let's get what we can. Turiel, yeah. I knew I was going to do this. Oh dear, it's okay. Thank you. I appreciate the understanding. Me and my noob ass. Well, not really noob, but I'm not per se a Dark Angels connoisseur. As awesome as they are, I do think they are very dope. Get a little bit out there. There we go. That's more like it. One more scoop should do it when I combine that with my medium. Excellent. That should do the trick nicely. I need to remember exactly how much you guys can and cannot see. There we go. Turiel, the goat woman from Undertale. Well, that wasn't what I was thinking, but I guess so. I guess that's who Turiel is as well. Combat Patrol is a good place to start in general because you get around 500 points for a specific army. Just find something you think looks cool and go from there. Exactly. Whatever looks cool. That is the rule of cool should be the first rule you follow. Wow, this brush is getting a little bit sad. Right, Lamia medium. Should paint Azrael next. Oh, I won't lie, he's very cool. But I have a plan for Turiel. I do have a plan for Turiel. My sergeants and lieutenants know what the plan is. I told them only tonight, in fact. It's, we shall see what becomes of it. I have high hopes. I think it will be very, very cool. There we go. Right. Now let's add this blue onto this fella. Feels a bit weird adding blue onto a Dark Angel, but hey-ho. It'll be sufficiently, there we go, darkened down using the old Nuln Oil. So it shouldn't be too horrific by the time all is done. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I know I could use a bigger brush, but I enjoy using a smaller one. Especially with my hand. Short stream? Indeed. Just a nice little easy one, you know. Get that blue in there. There we go. Lovely. Of course, there's a Helldrake's one of the first things to paint. Because it looked cool. Absolutely. I mean, my hat off to you. That's a very brave choice. But in the end, if it's because it looks cool, that should be the reason. The reason.
The chapter has gained a new subscriber.
Oh.
Welcome, Neophyte.
Steph the Baller. Thank you so much, Steph the Baller.
Has gained a new subscriber.
Oh, no.
Welcome,
Marvelous. Thank you all for joining. They're coming in pairs. They are coming in pairs, ladies and gents. What I love to see. So I'm struggling to keep up with the chat. You're also chatty. But it's worth it, in my opinion. I agree. Absolutely. Be scared of multiple Helldrake's. Gabriel Seth. Turn us on to Ultramarines. Don't worry, this isn't going to be Ultramarine blue by the time it's done. It's going to be a slightly different blue. All shall be well, don't you fear. There we go. Let's get this arm looking good. And I can't help it if Ultramarines are the best chapter. I mean, even Games Workshop agree with me. You know, it's out of my hands, you know? It is what it is. But yes, you caught the stream, Swagger. It's the first shorts live stream I've ever done. Don't normally do these. I normally do them as, you know, the long form type. I was like, you know what? Let's try something a little bit different. Let's see how it goes today. Marvelous. It's chat. We can't call it silent. Absolutely. Am I Alfarius? Well, if I would say I'm Alfarius, would I still be conceivably Alfarius? How about we meet in the middle and say I am Omegon? Let's do that. Oops, that was a little bit thick. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hey, Nick Kane just subscribe. Oh, Kane, I don't know how you pronounce that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that 1,000-fold. Right. Poster boy Space Marines. They really are. Now, don't get me wrong. They are overrepresented. They really are. I love Ultramarines, and even I can see they are massively overrepresented. So many other chapters, like for instance, Raven Guard. Raven Guard are sick, and they are not represented enough at all. So, there we go. Bro sounds like Chris Hemsworth. Sounds like Chris Hemsworth if I'm talking Australian, maybe. But maybe not. I don't really know. Nah, I don't really sound like him. I mean, that makes a nice change. Normally it's Henry Cavill. So, are you Henry Cavill? No, I'm not Henry Cavill. I'm waiting for the day Henry Cavill himself asks me if I'm Henry Cavill, and then I will say, yes, I'm Henry Cavill. Only then will I say I'm Henry Cavill, as if Henry Cavill asks me if I'm Henry Cavill. They are the circumstances. Let's get that blue all there. There we go. I won't lie, it looks so weird seeing this blue on what I know to be a Dark Angel. Oh, I'll get you right in there. Lovely jubbly. That's why Gilliman sent out Hitman to take care of Seth. Now he isn't in the VA Codex anymore. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Any custodies? I do not have any custodies, no. So, alas, I have to go to Henry for that.
Subscriber.
Hey, TS21, a long word. Trisarchum, I think it was. I hope I got to in time. Thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it 1,000-fold. There we go. Oh, I still got a bit of white showing up there, but I really don't want to get it on the shoulder. There we go. Wait, you sound just like Hemsworth when you do the Australian accent. Well, come on, you've seen my face. And again, voice actor. I mean, I would like to point out, sometimes I'll say to folks that I'm a voice actor, and then they'll say, oh, can you do this guy's voice, that person's voice? And that's an impersonator. I don't consider myself an impersonator. I do original voices. I can do vaguely similar to some. You know, I can sort of follow their style and the thing, but I can't mimic people, really. It's because my voice is actually too deep. Gosh, so bright. He's whitewashing the screen, he's so bright. Oh, goodness me. Need to sort that aperture out. I do apologise. I knew I should have painted them black. Should have just done Black Templars. Or Raven Guard. There we go. Marvellous. Looking good. Someone mentioned the Banana Boys. Who are we talking about? For a minute I was about to say Imperial Fist, but I know I would upset you, Scorpius. Not their biggest fan. Artie is Chris Hemsworth, putting on a British accent. Well, my videos with my face in them may say otherwise, but again, maybe I'm just Chris Hemsworth pulling a face. You know? I'm pulling a face so hard that no one can see past it. Who knows, guys? Who knows? Ooh. It's looking pretty decent. I love how I'm making physical grunting noises at this. What's a piece of advice for doing your first mini? I just got my first set since I'm new to this hobby. Well, Bush, I would say the best bit of advice I can give you is don't be afraid of getting it wrong. There really isn't a wrong way. The only thing, and I mean this for not just painting, but all things in life, the only thing you can truly ever get wrong is to waste the experience. There's no such thing as wasted time if you don't achieve the results you want. There is only wasted experience if you do not utilize and learn from everything you did, both the success and the failures. I would say with painting minis, that is the most key thing. Learn from everything you do, both success and failure. And of course, have fun. Make sure you're having fun. If you're not having fun, you need to put it down and walk away for a little bit, you know? But if you want more practical advice, I would say, oh, there we go. Warm up your primer before you prime the mini, and then it will have a much smoother coat. That's probably the best advice I can give. That isn't really something one typically thinks of. And of course, remember that after your first mini, it will be your first mini, so don't be too disheartened if it isn't how it is in your head. I mean, trust me, I only recently stopped being a noob, really. Sorry, not very interesting shot this, is it? You're just seeing the Librarian's butt. There we go. Yeah, everyone in the chat's giving the good advice, like the practical one, like thin your paints. Yes, indeed. I have thinned my paints with Lamia Medium. Now, let me get the actual bottle out. I have mine in a dropper, so I can measure it by the drop. Maybe grab yourself a dropper bottle. But Lamia Medium, here it is. If you drop in some of this, it's excellent stuff. Yarn, thank you, Yarn.
Neophyte.
But it makes something, thin down your paints with this, and it's divine.
Subscriber. Welcome,
Mr. Hyde, thank you, Mr. Hyde. Thank you, that was great advice. Cool beans, I'm glad so. State of mind is the most powerful tool in your arsenal. Not just in painting, but in anything. Remember that. Remember that, and you will do well. Wow, I won't lie, his blue's getting a little bit thick. It looks like he's got blue hands. Well, I just said the dumbest thing. It looks like he has blue hands. You know why? It's because he's got blue hands. Oh, no. I'm losing my mind, guys. Waterworks to thin it when you're first starting out, but yeah, getting a specific medium for it makes it so nice. Absolutely. Best piece, just have fun with it and don't be afraid to fail. Exactly. Never be afraid. Now, thank you so much for the subscriptions. Really do appreciate it. There we go. Trying to get in there without... Look, that black there, that's supposed to be green. I knew I'd missed something. I knew I would miss that black there, the inside of that tarp. That was meant to be green. It's you guys, talking to you guys, you distract me because you're such an interesting chat. Such a good bunch. There we go. Wow, might need to wash me brush off a wee bit. Artifexus, can you say Imperial Fists are better than Iron Warriors? Imperial Fists are better than Iron Warriors. Quote, took. I'm absolved. I'm just a voice actor who got a job. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Piss Marines propaganda. Literally John French moment. Here we go. Wow, that's pretty alright. Managed to get it in there. Good and nice. We are not distracting you. You are distracted because of your short attention span. How dare you? I do not have a short attention span. I am without. Alright, maybe I do.
The chapter has gained a new subscriber. Welcome.
Bayside Blue. Thank you so much for subscribing, Bayside Blue. That is what I like to see. Thank you kindly 1,000-fold. Well, let's get this blue in there. Trying so hard not to get it on the papers any more than I already have. Cope within, cope without. That's good. That's funny. Let's get that blue in there, shall we? Let's get it under the knee. Best we can. There we go. I'm not insulting Iron Warrior players. Just making fun of them. Yeah.
Welcome.
Alex Yoda, thank you so much. Can we get a Night Lords are the coolest? Well, Night Lords are the coolest. The absolute coolest. And not as cool as everyone near them without their skin. At that point, you're super cool. Possibly freezing. Depends on the world. You might be relieved. For a moment. Then realize you have no skin and then promptly pass away. It's going to need a couple layers, isn't it? See how kind of jank this blue be looking, but still. There we go. Get that foot done. Lovely. I won't lie, guys. I am thoroughly impressed with myself how well I'm actually keeping this in shot. There we go. Can you do Sanguinius' voice who's trying to order food, like McDonald's or something? Oh, well, Sanguinius has a regal sort of voice. He's kind, he's caring, he's regal, that sort of voice. A bit like Fulgrim, but not so extreme. It's like, hello, I'd like to get a Big Mac, please, with extra cheese. That kind of vibe. Oh, you don't have it? Oh, don't worry. It's fine. I'd like to get the 8 of nuggies. Nuggies. He'd absolutely say nuggies. Okay, I gotta sleep, but this format is cool. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Spanch. Sorry if I missed you before you went and said fare thee well, but fare thee well. Everyone knows I said it. Right. Let's see if I can get this blue. There we go. Nice. All right. Looking pretty cool. Looking pretty cool. When I say Piss Marines, I'm insulting both players. This is for legal reasons. This is a joke. Poor, my brain just died. Poor Imperial Fist players. I like the Imperial Fists, but I've always been down with that kind of stoic, duty first vibe. A lot of people find them cliche, but I think they're a good kind of vibe for the real world. Hiffle 2, I like it there. I think I may have said this before on stream, you have to remind me, I don't recall. In fact, I think I did just the other night. How you have all the different mottos and lines and whatnot of the chapters, and then you have the Ultramarines that just have courage and honor. I love that because it's something we can apply to our own everyday lives. You know, be courageous, do not be afraid, and be honorable, be thoughtful, that kind of thing. Alright, where else needs to be blue? Probably a little bit under here. Oh wait, no, that probably should have been green, shouldn't it? Alright, nope, scratch that. We'll have to paint over that. Alright, but cool, we got a bit of the blue there. It's looking good. I want to get the backpack now. So all the armor bits are being blue. That guy should get into voice acting. Well, I have been in voice acting. I am a professional trained voice actor, but I haven't been a practicing voice actor for a while. Like about 10 years or so. But if you like hearing me speak, over on my other channel, Adeptus Historium, I do lots of lore videos there, and I do plenty of speaking, about 40k, if you like hearing it. But thank you. I do appreciate it very much. Imperial Fist Greater than Iron Warriors and Red Scars. Oh, now Red Scars, that's one that's not talked about a lot. There we go. Okay, cool, cool. No way another Night Lords fan. Oh, gonna kit bash if I into a Chaos Jump Lord. Nice.
Welcome.
Hey, thank you for the subscription. I cannot pronounce that, so I'm just gonna say thanks, and we'll leave it there. We will leave it there. There we go. But no, Gilliman's voice is one I'd love to do. I did like the voice they have for him in like the new edition trailer. That kind of more straightforward voice. Gilliman, trying to sort things for the Emperor. That sort of vibe. I do enjoy that kind of a voice. And a character that is that stoic. Sorry. Nice use of voice by me there. Really showing my skills off. Night Lords on top. I'll tell you, when it comes to, hey, Shy Onion, yo! I was Primarch has like 8 personalities. Yeah, true. Go dig a trench or something. Have I read the Omnibus? Oh, not for a long time. There we go. You mean the Night Lords Omnibus? I have read most of it, but again, not for a while. Just spilt a little bit on the horn there. Alas. Oh well, we'll just paint over that later. It's fine. There is no problem here. Now, Comrade Kurz, guys. What kind of voice do you guys think Comrade Kurz would have? Can you oil up? Maybe I can, maybe I can't, Aaron.
The chapter has gained a new subscriber. Welcome.
Khan. Thank you, thank you. I want to hear what your line would sound like. I will be honest. Dan's would sound a lot like, you know. I believe the line would sound similar. More to a younger Christopher Lee, I think. That would be the line. Now we must ensure that all the fallen are found. Now let us get it done, and I will lay you low. The might of my father. That kind of thing. He pushes his voice forward into his throat. He has a regalness which is belying his more animalistic nature that may come out slightly during combat, what of his time in the forest. But he has that quiet form to him. Slav, Dracula, I'm liking it for sure, maybe Russian. Sounds like David Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. Oh man. That'll be hilarious. In all the horrifying ways. Nice, it's starting to look good. Sean Connery for line. Oh, I could picture that. I could actually picture that. Straight up Dracula. I skin you. That's more like Count, isn't it, from Sesame Street? Not quite the same. You love that. Marvelous, thank you. Comrade Defo would sound good with a British accent. I can imagine that as well. Specific Slavic accents are something I have to always kind of like get my head into before I perform them. If I just sort of jump in, I kind of do a vaguely Slavic Russian. You know, but if I want to do a proper... It's like Hugh Laurie when he plays Dr. House in House. He has to really sort of, even though he's done the role many times, whenever he does American, he always has to sort of spend some time getting himself into it. You know, I'm like that with Slavic and Russian for some reason. Otherwise, it's very general. But Conrad, he's obviously crazy. Conrad is mad. Is he kind of dark, sinister crazy? Or does he lean more into Joker crazy? Or does he kind of go between the two? You know, that kind of thing. An elegant Dracula. Fulgrim before and after Chaos. Ooh. Now, Fulgrim is one I very much enjoy. Fulgrim before falling to Chaos, I feel. He has a very grand, sweeping tones to his voice. He feels he would achieve to perfect everything. I need to move my mic closer for this. This is a quiet one. There we go. He would achieve to perfect everything he does. Make it as sweet and, one could even argue, as sultry as possible. And if he was to be here now, creating these models, well, he'd make sure every contour, every curve, was covered to perfection. Exactly as needed. Nothing too much, nothing too little. Just exactly what is right. And that is exactly how it must be. But when it's Fulgrim after Chaos, however, it's going to be something a little more dark and perverse. One time in my Discord, when I read The Ancient Awaits and Fulgrim, who was very tainted by chaos, and he started soft, he started gentle, but then, as he moved on to telling him how he will remake him, brother, he will make him his finest achievement. You know, he had that sinister, like, the chaos was really taking over him, you know?
The chapter has gained a new subscriber.
Ryan Polowski, thank you for subscribing. You got Palpatine vibes from that. Well, I can see a lot of Palpatine-ness in him. You know what I mean? There is a lot of Palpatine-ness in him, in the way he presents himself, the way his villainy works. I love it. Fulgrim is so good. Fulgrim is awesome, man. Fulgrim really is awesome. Again, my best work with him, I'd sort of like research a little. That's like a vagary. If I did some actual research on it, I bet I could probably nail him more so. There we go. And of course, alas, I'm not actually a chaos demon or demon prince, so I can't do any kind of real chaos throatness without really causing myself harm. I can for a little while, but I'm talking like a minute, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. No talking tomorrow. I imagine this falls for Fulgrim pre-chaos being or Roose Bolton from Game of Thrones. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. There we go. I've got a bit of weight in there hang about. Let me try and get that. There we go. Just got to the scene where Telescene's how they all die, not gonna lie. I felt a manly tear describing Octavia's death. Oh. I have a feeling that Alfarius looks like Harry Hill. Try Angron. Oh, goodness me, Angron. Okay, well, one could argue that Angron is straightforward because he's just angry, but of course the key thing to remember is that with Angron, when he's not angry, when he slips out of it, he gets in pain. But again, with Angron, pre-heresy, even with the butcher's nails in, he's just nothing but unbridled rage. Why is this taking so long? And then the moment he starts coming down to what? He's just wincing, you know, that sort of thing. Again, late night, so I can't really shout and scream. I want to shout and scream, though. I think the blue's just about done. Daniel Smith, hi, my dude. How you been? I've been good. How about yourself? Thank you for joining. We're painting Turiel. He's looking good, if a little bit whitewashed. But Angron, just yell. Absolutely. Excuse me. Stop reading spoilers. Stop reading for spoilers. Gets hunted down like a dog. The Inquisition. Oh dear. There we go. First time catching a live. Welcome, Plague Doctor. This is a bit of a unusual live. Love the channel, my guy. Fantastic content. Thank you very much. There should be more coming, especially in the guise of the Kit Bash Corner, which I'm very pleased with. In fact, where is it? The first one I did, first Kit Bash Corner, is down here. He's very, very cool. You got Marvin and Rhonda here. He's good. Yes, Dark Angels. This is Turiel, there we go. I nearly said Turiel again. Turiel. That'll be an next one. He's got blue because obviously he's the thing. Alright, I'm a dip. Well, cheers for tuning in, the Shy Onion. But I feel like Dawn would be very regal and curt. Yes, I'm inclined to agree. Well, Dawn's not really a people person. Dawn's more straightforward. Yes, he has that regal tone to him. Almost an edge of a more regal version of Kratos, I think. That's how I would do it. And you're off to cool beans, signed with blood. Thank you so kindly. I have Dominus Nox. Gonna go to sleep now because college tomorrow. I'll be here Sunday, or if there's another surprise stream. Marvin, my boy, my nephew, yes, the nephew.
Welcome, neophyte.
Jose, Fabiano, David, Goncalves. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I do apologize. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Not gonna lie, it's been awesome seeing the channel grow. Gonna get my first Combat Patrol, Necrons, nice, soon to fight my friend who also just got his first Combat Patrol, Tyranids, nice, Necrons and Tyranids. Great combo, I love it. Peace. Peace by Scooter. Thank you, thank you. Right, next colour. We have done 2. Oh, well, I got a bit of green. I need to go back to that bit of green that I missed, which is back here. Back in here. A bit of this green. There we go. Oh, let's try and get it in a good view so you guys can see it. Again, so apologies if it's very whitewashed. I'm, it's a frustrating thing with these lights sometimes. In fact, you know, I have an idea. What if I warm them up? Not literally, of course. Let me show you what I mean. So, F6, let's change the color tone. Oh, that's a little better. There we go. That's a little bit better. A little bit of a warmer light. Dawn to Sigismund. Go and hurt them, boy. Yep, that sounds about right. Look, you don't need anything more than just go hurt them. I know you will. Oh, Sigismund. Such an angry fella. In his own way. There we go. Nice bit of green in there. Came here for the mini painting, staying for the god tier voice acting. Thank you. I do appreciate it.
The chapter has gained a new subscriber.
Royal Redbeard. Now, Royal Redbeard. Now that is a name. Royal Redbeard. I love it. Oh, man. The Royal Redbeard pub. That's what we need somewhere in the world. A pub called the Royal Redbeard. There we go. But yes, thank you. I do appreciate hearing that. There we go. Right, so let's see if we can't get a bit of this green in here with the green. This brush is not happy anymore. Hang on, let me give it a wee washy. Magnifique. There we go. Bit point there, be nice point. There's something like a point. You can kind of see it's going a little bit. Is the camera going to focus? A little bit of a nook to it, but never mind. How much money do you need to start a Warhammer army? Honestly, all you need is enough to get a few paints. Doesn't even have to be Citadel paints like I've got. Just any old acrylic paint and enough to get yourself some models. But when it comes to starting an army, well, it really depends on the army. If you're doing, for instance, Custodes, then they have far less units, so they're arguably cheaper despite the fact they're considered an elite army. Whereas if you're doing Orcs or Tyranids or a Horde army, then you will need more money. The likes of that. Couldn't exactly tell you how much because it really depends where you are. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Okie dokie. Why they call this Warhammer 40k? Nice. Combat Patrol about 90 quid. Yeah, I'd agree. A Combat Patrol's a good sort of size on a tight budget. You play Grey Tide, i.e. just no paint. Grey Tide. What a great term for it. Right, where is my pen? My pen is here. And with my pen, I'm going to, believe it or not, guys, I pre-planned. I actually already planned exactly what colors I was going to use. I know, I don't normally plan ahead. It's not really my thing. I'm normally someone who's just like, just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Right, let's do the cream bits now. And for the cream, we're going to use the eternally janky Rakar Flesh. It's super jank, but it's how we like it. A Combat Patrol box. Usually about the smallest size of army that gets fielded in games are around £95. Though, like Artie said, the particular army choice can affect cost. Absolutely. Ugh. This is such a janky paint. I mean, it's a good base paint. It really is a good base paint, but gods, it's a janky one. I put a ball bearing in mine to sort of help with keeping it somewhat smooth. Alright, stick that in my wet palette. Get it nice and wet. Right then, we're going to get that nice and wet right there, and then ready for a good bat of painting. Get my Whoop. Knock over Turiel. Get my Lamia medium. Put that right there on the Rakat flash. Excellent. Okay, I'm back, says the Shy Onion with sad face. No other good Warhammer content? Oh, come on, surely there must be. Warhammer's awesome. There must be other good content out there. About some Space Marine 2 gameplay, for instance. That's good fun. That's what we like. There we go. Bit of Lamia medium on there. Nice sort of thickness. There we go. Beautiful. At least I think it's beautiful. I still feel relatively inexperienced. I mean, I realized not too long ago that I'm now sort of improving things and feeling confident at the result, which I think is a sign that I'm doing well. I've been painting my Night Lord's kill team. Oh, that's dope. If you want to start for free, there's PDFs of character sheets online and stats. You can even use little cardboard counters for stand-ins. Yes, I've, old mini dads here. I know they absolutely do that. The cardboard things. They look super cool. They really do. Right, this is going to be a cream color by the time it's done. I got lucky and had my birthday and some generous friends. My 1,000-point army consists of Chaos Marines, nice, Combat Patrol, Terminators, Sorcerer, Chaos Lord, Rhino, and Helldrake. Probably 250 in all. Oh, here he is. Hello, Trouble. What brings you here? Hello, Merlin. How are you, Merlin? He has a janky face at the moment, bless his heart. Oh, probably 350, yeah, sounds about right. Come on, you. You're gonna come say hi, you may as well say hi. Hello. Notice he has a lot of, like, cuts and some open sores on him at the moment, like there in front of his ear. He's not very well at the moment, bless him. Bless his little socks. But he's I mean, that's why he's called Nurgle, or the Great Unclean One. He's just not a well cat. But he's fine. Hey, nice mini, says Mercus. Thank you. Just got into Warhammer. My question is, how do you thin down paints? Honestly, with water. Thinning down paints with water is your best bet. Cat, don't mess with my microphone. In the end, I would love to, right now tell you that for every 2 drops of paint is 1 drop of water, but it really isn't that simple. Because every paint, even from the same range, has different consistency. And the only way you can find out how much is best is through experimenting. But what I can tell you is that you will probably need it to be thinner than you think it should. It's better to do several layers that you think are a little too thin on top of each other, and then you get a really nice smooth finish, than doing one really thick layer, which probably usually won't end up quite as nice as you'd like. That's the best way. But if you want to step up from water, I have here, behind the cat, it's in a dropper bottle of mine, Lamia Medium, which you can use in place of water, and it has blank pigment in it, which mixes with the paint, so you don't desaturate the paint. So I recommend getting some of that if you can. Well, Cat, you are taking away all of my focus, and you settle down.
The chapter.
Adorable cat. Thank you.
Subscriber.
Admu Magpie, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's, I think Midwinter Minis has an amazing video on how to get into the hobby for free in a variety of ways. Oh, excellent. Yes, do that. Yes, this is Merlin. This fella here is Merlin. Also called Nurgle, or the Great Unclean One. Blue and green should never be seen. Well, he's not quite finished yet. This is a, excuse me. This is a Dark Angels Librarian. But the blue shall be toned down, don't you worry. You can't stay there, Cat. He's just settling down. You can't stay here, boy. Alright, come on, you. Come on. They're here to see painting, not to see the cat. Come on. The cat knows all. Excellent cat name, thank you. Come on, you. Scoot, scoot they boot. There we go. Got cat hair all over him now. Right, where were we? Yes, the Rakarth flesh, that's what we were doing. Let's continue on with the Rakarth flesh. Don't give me that look from over there, buddy. He's looking over my desk at me like, how dare you. Bless his little cotton mittens. There we go. Lovely jubbly. I won't lie, after me talking about doing thin layers, I am doing this a bit thick. I've just realized. Irony. Irony is not lost on me. I think that folds around there like that. Yeah, it does. Good, good, good. Wow, lovely, lovely jubbly.
The chapter has gained a new subscriber.
Cat knows all, yes indeed. Gotta go to bed, says Cactus. Enjoy the rest of the stream, chat. Yes indeed. Cheers for tuning in, Cactus. You legend. You bloody legend. How are we doing? We're doing good, thank you, Root Beer King. Thank you so much. Came in at the right time. It seems so. It seems so, Bank. You have the skills to pay the bills. Well, the cat sure does. He got them good looks everyone goes for. What? There we go. Just try and... And I've got cat hair all over, so that's adding an extra layer of challenge. Definitely need to add a little bit more thickness down here, because you can sort of see there's a bit of a blemish. That I think was formed from the priming, unfortunately. But, hey-ho. We can just say it's warp nonsense. I'm just finding cat hair everywhere, dude. Come on. Get your cat hair out of here. There we go. That's much better. Lovely cat. He's a very lovely cat. What's the best way to remove paint to redo my mini? Well, when I got this mini, because this was given to me by a friend and it already had some paint on it. And it was, I'll be honest as well, on top of that, it was paint that had been there for years. Tried many years ago. Isopropanol. Isopropanol is what you want. In fact, I have the bottle that I used earlier, just around here. The paint stripper works well. But here, isopropanol is what I use. It's an alcohol solution. I just bathe it in that for like an hour, I think is what I did. And then I grab a toothbrush. Hey, thank you so much for the subscribe. But then I grab a toothbrush and scrub it, and it comes off like that. You may have to give it a couple of washes, because it isn't perfect. Also depends on the paint. But an alcohol, there is paint remover as well. There's all sorts of ways. But that's my method. Great voice, bro. Like someone for audiobooks. Thank you. Thank you very kindly. I am a trained voice actor, so that is a good thing to hear. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, let me just... I kind of wish I'd done him cream now on the outside, but you know what? We're going to roll with it. We're going to roll with it. Can you drink it? You can, but you will regret it and probably die. So what I mean is no, you can't drink it. Full disclaimer, no.
Subscriber. Welcome.
Malu, thank you. Yes, you do not drink it. Just don't. Drinking it is a silly idea. Any tips for someone who wants to get into Warhammer? I've been really interested in the Mechanicus. Well, there's a few ways you could get into it. In the end, I think the biggest challenge is finding where to begin, because there's a lot of places for to enter the hobby, and that's what's really daunting, finding a way to enter the hobby. If you're someone who's simply into reading things from a more factual standpoint, the wiki's a good place to start, and then sort of piecing it together from there. But otherwise, books are a great way to do it. Just find a book that's about the Mechanicus, and oh god, the cat's back. And in the end, there's going to be, when you're learning about Warhammer, there's going to be a lot of instances where you're like, I don't know what's going on. Hell, even I still get that sometimes. Wow, the cat just walked in, settled down, he didn't even give me a chance. Is that how it's going to be, buddy? His bald patch. He's got a little bald patch there on his neck. Follow the rule of cool. Yes, as always. Quick re-mention. Midwinter Minis is an amazing way to get you started for free. Absolutely. Yeah, so, what brings you here, cat? Eh? Why are you here taking up the space? Cat looks so insulted when you don't let them stay somewhere they aren't supposed to. True that. I mean, Merlin's a good boy, you know. Alright, come on, you. Move those tootsies. Move these tootsies. Come on. Move the tootsies. Come on. And that one. Come on. Back up. Scoot they boot. Tootsie squeezers. You're gonna get the tootsie squeezers till you move. Oh, you're such a muppet. Right. Come on, you. Come on. Oh, you're such a big boy. Scoot they boots. Scoot they boots. There we go. He'll be back. He's always back. Where was I? Ah, yes, I was doing this cream. I think, where else is cream on this? I think we'll probably add some Rakarth flesh onto these purity seals here. That's definitely necessary. So we'll do that now. There we go. He's a sweetheart. He very much is a sweetheart. He's a lovely boy. Wouldn't hurt a fly. There we go. Bit of a dope, but, you know, some cats are like that, aren't they? Just dopes. And he's definitely a dopey cat. He's, again, he's an unwell cat, bless him. He's been unwell most of his life. He's just that way. He got really ill one time, and ever since then, while he's over it now, he still has the symptoms. And he gets itchy. He has hay fever. So he'll sneeze like crazy when it's high pollen. Gets itchy, scratches, and of course he'll just keep scratching till he cuts himself, you know. Bless him. He's such a silly thing. I'm sitting in my living room giggling like a schoolgirl because a cat's paws. What am I doing with my life? Oh, I'm the same. Cat paws, man. Just make you want to pause for a nap. Now, which Primarch do you guys think is most likely to own a cat? You know, for better or worse. And I mean for long term, for the sake of owning a cat, not for the sake of skinning it, before anyone says, Comrade Curse, for the sake of skinning it. Even though I'm sure he'll tell you there's more than one ways to do it. But that's by the by. There we go. Magnifique. Sorry, so whitewashed. I don't know. Is it actually as whitewashed as it is for me, for you guys as well? So I really want to find a way to make it less whitewashed. Maybe I need to do something about the balance. Oops, got a little bit on there. Just see if I can wipe that away. There we go. Lovely. Good. Magnus. Ooh, Magnus. I can imagine him having a cat just sat there stroking on his lap. Robot girly, man. You probably could. Sneck. Hello, Sneck. Now I feel so sad for a cat I've never met. Hope he's as happy and comfortable as he deserves. I hope so too. He seems to be. I think Sanguinius would have like a Sphinx cat. It would make more sense for Magnus to have the Sphinx cat, but I can totally see Sanguinius with one as well, to be honest. So yeah, I'll say they both have a Sphinx cat, you know? There we go. Get this rock off flesh. Right on here. Magnifique. Alright. What I miss? Oh, we're just painting Turiel right now. Could I do a Magnus impersonation? Now, I could, but what I find odd is that of all of the Primarchs, he seems the most vague when it comes to how he vocally presents himself. What do you guys think Magnus would sound like? Define cat. I'd say lion for namesake, that's true. But also pre-chaos Fulgrim for the elegance. Yes, very true. Everybody looks like an orange cat owner. So Sanguinius would have a vampire bat, in my opinion. That's true. Bird puppies. Angron to help him chill the heck out. Yeah. Oh, excuse me, please. A cat would probably have helped a lot of the traitor Primarchs. Probably. You know, a therapy cat. He can change everything about himself because magic. Yeah, exactly. That's part of what makes him vocally difficult to place. Obviously, he's a big boy. You know, he's the Red Giant, so he has a very large voice in that regard. But we need to change it more than this. He's learned as well. He is learned. The first time I heard you speak in one of your shorts, I really thought Henry Cavill started filming his hobby and posting on YouTube. You and many other people, genuinely, if I got, like, a quid every time someone said Henry Cavill, I did a tally. Last I checked, over 600 comments asking if I'm Henry Cavill. It's crazy, man. Yeah, indeed, Magnus would not talk much. He wouldn't need to. He has a lot of physical presence. But he would have a lot of forward presence with his voice. I appreciate the image of Fulgrim looking all stoic, but equally stoic, cat on his lap. Oh yes. Who are you painting? This is Turiel. He's a Dark Angels Librarian. Because I have plans, you see. Now, where else can I go? Oh, there's a whole splodge up there that I should have done green. I'm missing all the greens, guys. The greens are bad. Big projection vibes, absolutely. He'll be more ethereal, sangy. Very true. Right, let's see if I can get this green in there without messing up the horns. Come now. Come on now, get in there. There we go. Marvelous. Am I doing? Hang on. I can't actually tell where the skull thing on the shoulder begins and where the shoulder itself, you know, begins. Bleh, words. Just improvising at this point. And I'm running out of green. No, I am running out of green. It's making it very difficult. But I will not be defeated, not by this little plastic man. Little plastic Turiel is not going to see my end. There we go. There's also a load of blue under there. Do you see that on the jetpack vent? I'm suddenly seeing it all. There we go. Probably needs a second layer anyway, to be honest. So let us do that now, I think. Marvelous. There's a lot more people here than normal. That's because this is a short one. So I thought, because again, this is the first time I've ever done a shorts feed live. I haven't actually looked. I don't know how many. You know what, solid. Let's have a wee look. Let's treat myself. Let's have a wee look. See what we got going on here. And oh damn, 89 folks at the moment. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Yeah, little plastic soldier. Do you have a Perty voice? Oh, like Perturabo. But if we're talking Perturabo, unless I'm massively misunderstanding you, again, another difficult one to place. But he believes himself better than everyone, so he sort of upturned his nose. I'm sort of turning up my nose right now, and he looks down on you. It's really? Really? Come now, blank on the left, all that kind of thing. But in all honesty, mild wince here, but he'd probably sound a lot like me. To be really honest, he'd sound like me. Very demure. Yeah, I really think he'd sound a lot like me, which is kind of worrying for me, really. It was 140 about 50 minutes, so damn. Damn, boy. Now that would be a good Primarch voice, just this one. Maybe one of the lost Primarchs. He doesn't talk much. When he does, it's just like, damn, boy. Or worse, yeah, he has a voice that's just even more separated from the Primarchs. When you learn that one of the lost Primarchs is in fact Elmo. He's like, yes, I can do Elmo's voice. I'm Elmo. Exterminators. Yeah, I'm trying to do it fairly quietly, which doesn't make it easy. Now, Horus's voice. Horus is an interesting one. Similar to Megatron, Perturabo. Oh, I read that. Are we talking classic Megatron or more recent Megatrons? Never thought of his voice would make sense. It does make sense, I have to agree. A Horus voice now. Oh, Horus is a difficult one. Again, probably similar to myself. Soothing, soft, authoritative, strong. I feel that would be Horus. Something like this, I feel. Yeah. Again, not too dissimilar from mine in many ways, but I'm Horus, I'm War Master. We do as my father commands, and we spread the Great Crusade in his name. Obviously now he's just super toast, so he hasn't really got much of a voice at the moment, still. A Noise Marine Primarch. Oh, that's Fulgrim, isn't it? Yes, we know Fulgrim speaking with a tint of chaos to his voice. Now, Korax. Not much of a speaker, fairly quiet fella, in my opinion. I mean, there's so much about the Raven Guard that's very SAS, so maybe that kind of classic Captain Price-ness about him. Obviously not full-on Captain Price, but, you know, some of that sort of vibe to him. Of course, Korax. I don't think I actually said that right, did I? You know, when you listen back to what you said, you're like, did I even say the right words there? Right, I think that's enough blue. I've been painting this blue for the past ever, so let us just move on. I'm curious to think what you think Alfarius sounds like. Well, he sounds like me because I'm Alfarius. Probably already been said, but I think you'd be a great Lionel Johnson or even someone like Rogel Dawn. I think so as well. I think I could pull them off as well. I have done them before. Again, with the Lion, he would speak sort of similar to a young Christopher Lee. That is my opinion of it with the Lion. Where's Rogel Dawn? Here's the thing, in every ounce of honesty, I know they all have the British accents, ultimately, maybe some European here and there. But when it comes to Rogel Dawn, long ago when I first learned of him, my initial thought, honestly, was the same voice as Optimus Prime, but with a slight difference to it. Oop, I really need to warm up before I can go full deep like he does. I am Rogel Dawn, and I am the bastion of mankind. No, that I had the American accent in him, and I still have it when I think of him immediately. That's just kind of what I go to. Transformers Prime style Megatron. Oh damn, I don't know if I can do that well. Gollum, Stitch voice, and Mario. Oh, there's a. I can't do it with my headphones on. I need to hear my own voice in order to be able to do it properly. Most of But, oh god, I can't do it sat down. You know what? I can't do it sat down.
Oh, sorry, Primarch. You make it to habit.
I'm better when I'm still. Amazing 100% Dawn. I wouldn't say that, but it's still pretty good. Russell Crowe's Corax. I can hear it.
But yes, you feel it's good for Dawn. I am Rogel Dorn. Again, the shield and the bastion for mankind.
Hey. Right, what was I doing? I'm getting distracted. Just getting distracted. You lot. You lot. Right, so if we've done the Rakar flesh, I suppose the next thing really is probably to work on the whites. We need to work on the whites now. Celestial Grey, that's what I've got written down for those that are white. And there's a few spots such. Actually, no. Shall we? No, we'll do the metals next. Where is me lead belcher? Lovely, lovely lead belcher. There we go. My week rana weep, Nini Bond, don't know what that is. Mortarian. Now that is an interesting one, because obviously he is perpetually sick and non-sick. So you'll immediately hear it in his voice. I am Mortarian. And it is by my hand that you shall rot and crumble in Nurgle's name. That's how I feel it would be. Post-chaos. But he would have that husk in his voice, like it is deep in the back of his throat. That's how I feel Mortarian would be as a demon prince. Pre-chaos, however, still the same thing, but not quite to the same extent. Universal greeting and transforms, if I remember correctly. Oh, I am not versed enough. I am simply not versed enough. Right, here we go. You're just an idiot standing on a wall. I love Dawn. I admire the fact he doesn't lie, or cannot lie, whichever the appropriate term is. Right, let's get a bit of metal on here, shall we? I have my picture of this fella. Let me get my picture up, because, in all frankness, I cannot remember where the metal goes. The sword blade, of course, and all the shenanigans he has on his belt. Alright then, cool beans. Your voice is exceptional, thank you. I do take great pride in it. Right, here we go, guys, here we go. Let's do this noise. Let's put a little blob in there, wipe it off my brush, and then we spread it around. We spread it around.
The chapter has gained a
There
new
we
subscriber.
go, that's what I like to see.
Welcome, neophyte.
Hey, Care for Me 777 has subscribed. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. 1,000-fold. Here we go. So guys, I do a live stream every Sunday, the more regular kind of live stream. So those of you who are new here, you should consider stopping on by for said regular Sunday live streams. We often do the Kit Bash Corner as well. Anyone here who may or may not have seen my Kit Bash Corner videos, we do them then. Not every Sunday, but on Sundays is when we do them. I've decided he's going to have a metal chain of a belt. I've just decided this very second. That's the best way to do it. Decide impromptually. Oop, bit off shot. I do apologize. My bad. There we go. Of course, this grenade. A lovely juicy one. I'm pretty sure that's a crack grenade, that one. Yeah, the frag grenade's more like the one he has. I love how he has a grenade right alongside his book. How much stuff have you gotten so far? If by stuff you mean models, a fair few Space Marines, which have become Ultramarines. This is my first ever Dark Angel. Despite the fact there's blue, it's because he's a Librarian. I have some Orcs as well, which are always good fun. Oh, let's get a bit of silver on here. I'm probably going to paint over them gold again, let's face it, but begin with that. And the sword. Just do the whole thing silver. I don't even care if I get on the grooves. We're going to just wash it all over. Wow, that is really whitewashing, isn't it? It's probably because of my black gloves. There we go. That's a bit better with my black gloves out on. So again, I do the kit bashes and whatnot. And I can show you guys one of my kit bashes. Love the names of orc things. I absolutely agree. Here I kit bashed a Firstborn Space Marine on a squig with the googly eyes, because the googly eyes are important. And it's a T-Rex squig as well. It too is armed with a chainsword and a plasma pistol. Whereas Marvin up there on the top has the missile launcher and the power axe because he is boss. After my next purchases, I'll only need the Boomdacker Snazwagon and Wazboom Blasterjet. Wazborn, sorry, Blasterjet, there we go, I speak. To finish my 2K Orc army. Nice one, man. Ultramarines coming to save the motherfucking Imperium. You know it. I genuinely love the Ultramarines. I have done for many years. I'm new to painting, but I'm not new to 40k as a whole, and I've always liked the Ultramarines, because blue's my favorite color. So I was drawn to the ones that were blue. I was like, oh, they're blue. So I like. And then I actually learned about them. I was like, oh, I like their very logistical approach to warfare. I like. And then I learned they're all about courage and honor. I was like, oh, I like.
They make me pleased as punch. Yes, yes.
Went a little bit Kratos there for a moment.
Boy.
Happy October. Yay, October. Ah, I missed an opportunity to do something for October, didn't I? Silly me. How could I ever miss something like that? Love Gorilla Man. Yes, Gorilla Man is dope. The blueberries. There we go. Whoop. But the voice for Gilliman, again, not a straightforward one. Oh, I went a little bit too common off the beat there. But,
Gilliman, I feel, would be, well, he'd be sat there scratching away with his quill, making sure that every T is crossed, every I is dotted. After all, an army marches on its stomach, so one must make sure that all logistical papers are in order. That's how I would feel for Gilliman.
Occasionally lose his temper, maybe, but... Our boy's good. Our boy Gilliman is good. What do I think of Sanguinius? I like Sanguinius. He's the golden boy, isn't he? No, he's good, he's just, he's true, he's passionate. And, of course, he's got them dope wings, man. And he was freaking 1v1ing so many demons shortly before his death. He was a freaking machine. But most importantly, he didn't want to be known as a warrior. He had the wisdom to know when to put his weapon down after it had done its business. And that is someone we should all respect, you know? Even when it is a fictional character, we can find qualities to respect about them, the same as we can with people in the real world, and we can learn from them. And we should. One should never be dismissive of things that are considered cliché sort of attributes, you know, nobility, honor, that kind of thing. They are things that should be upheld and should be respected.
There we go. Lovely.
Gilly the Ghost. I call him a goat. He is the goat. Got to get back to studying, awesome painting, and best of luck on your mini. Thank you so much, Royal Redbeard. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for joining. And Clayton Wilson, sorry to repeat, as I might not have heard your reply, but do you know of the Mortifactor's successor chapter Ultraman? Yes, I do. Not as well as I'd like to think. Oh, there we go. But I recognize the name. But I'm not going to talk any more of them in case I get it wrong. Because I probably have.
There we go.
Hazard of Gloves. Thank you, thank you. The subscription is greatly appreciated. There we go. Cool, I think that's looking pretty decent. Alright, excellent. Nice, he's starting to get there, slowly but surely. I reckon once I've got the shoulder a little bit better... Oh, I never actually finished the... Yeah, I never finished the sword, did I? I got ahead of myself. Alright, let's try that again, a little bit thicker, get it right in there. There we go, lovely jubbly. I made some cool homebrew lore to my Chaos Marines and the Ultramarines. They've been manipulated by Tzeentch into thinking Gilliman was the traitor during the heresy. Oh, they're angry now he's revived. Oh, that's pretty sick. I like that. That's really cool. I'm just joining. What we painting, brother? I'll tell you what we painted, my friend. We are painting Turiel. He is a Dark Angels Librarian from an older edition box set known as Dark Vengeance. And I have a plan for this fine fellow. But first, he needs to be painted. And thus painted he shall be. There you go. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Let's get that done in there. Do you think the Sanguinius would have rallied with the Silent King? There was a short story about the Silent King mentioning he wanted to, at some point to Dante. Possible. I can't think why not in many ways. Sanguinius. Sorry, not Sanguinius. I misread that. I think it's possible, especially given the stakes, you know? Stakes are massive. There we go. A bit more silver in there. Lovely, lovely. Right, he's looking good. He's looking excellent, eh? Right, I reckon in about 15 minutes I'll probably call it an evening. So let's see how far we can get in these 15 minutes, shall we? And see what we can achieve. There we go. And again, for those who didn't hear it, if you like Warhammer lore, I have a lore channel called Adeptus Historium. So it's newer than this channel, so I would love it if you guys would go check it out. Adeptus Historium, wherein I do the lore and whatnot of Warhammer 40k, which is something I've been deeply passionate about for a longo time. There we go, lovely. Doing better in 15 minutes than I do in an hour. Oh, thank you. But, give yourself credit, my friend. There we go. That's a nice bit of silver. Right, where else needs the silver? I think we're pretty good. I mean, actually, maybe some of the hood could do with some silver. My gut feeling is leaning towards it, so I'm going to roll with it. There we go. When in doubt, guys, follow your gut. Can I send a link? I love deep diving into the lore. At this very moment, not really. If there is anyone in the chat who could do it for me, that's good. I mean, now I think about it, I probably should have put a link in the description. I'll probably do that in future. Whoop, there we go. But you can easily find it on this channel's Discord, which I know there are links to down below. There we go. Let me get this silver in there. Lovely. Again, it's still a fairly new channel, but it is growing. It is growing good and strong. Lovely. God, so whitewashed, I do apologize. There we go. Gonna start doing Horus Heresy armor soon. Nice! Which one? Which one? Have I considered voicing some Warhammer stories? I have done already. Yes, like Snake said, I did do. I did a reading. There is actually a recording of it on the Discord. At the very bottom of the list of channels, there is a recordings one, and because I recorded it. So you can actually listen to me reading the short story, The Ancient Awaits, which is one of my favorites. Say the name once more. I'll find it and sub. Thank you. It is Adeptus Historium. So like history, but it's Historium instead. And, well, I'll be in it. You'll find me there. Have some homebrew feral orcs that went mad when they came into contact with technology. Basically just orc test dummies of all sorts of biomechanical. One biomechanical, one as a servo grot. That's really cool. I love it. Right. Let's have a quick thinky dinky. Thinky dinky, that's the new term for it, guys. Alright, I think we're good for the metal. So, let's do that. The Lestra Grey, or even the gold. I think they're the only two layers left of this base, so I'm going to just do them, even if it goes past midnight.
Sod it. Sod it.
Oh, sod it. Just do it even if it goes past midnight. Where's Mr. Lestra Grey? Oh, look, I found it first time. Nice.
Thank you, sub. Thank you for subbing. You are the real legend here. It's one of my absolute favorites. Rylanor was one of, if not the greatest of the Emperor's Children. I agree. Rylanor was an absolute unit. I'm trying to get my name on the screen with a subscription pop-up since Cinch just basically banned me from membership. Ah, don't you worry. Orcs live on the Red Dwarf ship. Oh, I believe it. If Cinch won't get me there, then I'll do it myself. Yes, do so. I just took a scoop out of this Celestra Grey and it's staying put. Damn, this is a thick boy.
A lovely, lovely, thick boy.
Yeah, I think one more little bit should do. There we go. Lovely jubbly.
Whoa. He's just got to do it, you nutter.
I have a legitimate question. I would love to hear this legitimate question, as opposed to an illegitimate question, of course. Lamia medium. Let's just quickly pop that in there. I'll bring it over so you guys can see what I'm doing. You sound like you could be a space marine or orc. I probably could be.
I know I have the regalness of a space marine, which would be excellent for that. And I can also do an orc.
There we go. Wow, there we go. That's nice and thinned out. Ooh, may even be a little too thin. But you know what? As every orc ever says, zog it. What's the worst that could happen other than, you know, not turning out how I had in my head? But that's fine. You know, that's all part of the hobby. It's all part of the fun. There we go. I know this is already white, and we're effectively going over a white surface with a grey. Again, sorry if it's really whitewashed. I think I need to manually adjust my... You know what? We're going to try it now. I'm gonna manually adjust my... what's it called? Let's have a quick look-see. Here we go. The exposure. Let's just turn you down a wee ways. You're already quite far down. Let's put you back to where you were. Lower the brightness just a little bit. Bring it up so we can see what we're talking about. There we go. That seems a little bit better. What do you guys think? Is that a bit better? I think that's a bit better. Oh, that's much better. What do you guys think? Cat is a lord of change. Change my mind. I won't even bother trying. A very eloquent orc. Well, it's about balancing being able to be understood while sounding like an orc, you know? Or it's an orc wearing a space marine helmet all along. He was the great deceiver in the end. There we go. Let's get this nice and white as well. Well, grey, I should say. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Excellent. Still a tad whitewashed. Will I be giving this away? I will not. I have a plan for this fella. Let's have a little bit more. It seems alright, doesn't it? Keep the shutter speed down to there. Right. Now, hopefully it's not too dark now. Do I have a certain planet or system where your miniatures come from or fight in? Well, this guy's Dark Angel, so he is ultimately based on the Rock. The only custom thing I really have was actually made by my Discord members, which are the Sons of Artifexus. And I have one over here. He's, well, he's not perfect, so they also have some orange on them. But this guy here is an example. He's a Son of Artifexus. Again, I should have put orange on the shoulder, really, but I just forgot to do it, I won't lie to you. But, there we go. But that is a Son of Artifexus, and they are successors of the Ultramarines. There are reasons to believe they might actually be successors of the Emperor's Children, but no one really knows. And they're still very good. Indeed, Sneck designed them, made the first official artwork for them. Yes, absolutely so. Here we go. Second question. Do you make up your own lore that you keep to yourself? If so, I'd love the deep dives on those particular models. Well, I usually let folks in my Discord come up with things. You know, because I love... There are far more creative people than me out there, you know? And I love hearing what they have to say. Right, I think... Was that all the white I'm doing? Oh wait, there's also the skull there, isn't there? Let's also do that. I made way too much Celestra Grey. Alas. Is this brightness better, folks? I think it's better, but is it actually better? I'll let you guys tell me, because you're the guys who are seeing it. There we go. Oh, come on. That eye got filled up by paint. There we go, that's better. Don't sell myself short. Well, it's one of those things where creativity is always best from an outsider's perspective, so everyone else's ideas always look like the best. There we go. Just as I know my ideas will seem amazing to others. One of those things. Love making my own lore. Last night I wrote lore for my army for about an hour. Lore writing is great fun. Throw a grot, getting to make those be a snotling beaten by a squig. Yep. Do I play video games? If so, have you heard of Space Marine 2? Yes, I do. I have streamed Space Marine 2. And it's not really the thing we do on this channel. But I was like, it's too good an opportunity to pass up. But I'm quite an avid gamer. I have been all my life. There we go. Lovely jubbly. I mean, I even play some video games with some of my Discord members. Thanks. And you know what, just because it's really annoying me, I can really see this blue is really thin, so I'm just going to quickly go over that again. With some of this lovely Macragge blue. Alright, so then we'll only have one more base layer to go, and then I think all his bases are done. What I need to do is figure out what... Let me just have a quick look at my old picture that I got here of the fella. What colour is the trim of his shoulder? I think that's also meant to be blue as well, you know. So you know what? We're going to roll with that. We're going to roll with the blue. So sad not to see any Necrons of Space Marine 2. Me too. I was hopeful. But it was really cool what we did get. What we did get was very, very cool. But still, no spoilers just yet. Just in case. There are still folks here who have not played. There we go. Lovely.
All your base are belong to us.
Oh, man. My ADHD wouldn't let me be able to focus on painting something like that. Well, thankfully, I know for a fact I definitely do not have ADHD. I certainly can't imagine what having a brain that works quite that way would be like. It's very different from mine. I have virtually infinite patience. And I enjoy the slow and steady. That's very much how my brain works. There we go. Everyone might have these insane, like, almost political hot takes and whatnot, and all this travesty and scandal. I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. There we go. Why do I? Right, I have to go now. See you guys. I was hoping there would be no practice. I was hoping there would be no practice. Oh, you mean like soccer practice or something? Yeah, no worries, mate, no worries. Cheers for joining, cheers for joining. Politics, well, that's all I mean, not necessarily about politics literally, just more about how it can be divisive, you know. There could be a divisive debate going on, and I'm just like, whatever. Let people have their peace. I mean, that can include literal political or not so literal political. There we go. Oop, God, I nearly just put the blue in completely the wrong place. That would have been a bit sad, wouldn't it? There we go. Lovely jubbly. Oop. Cat hair everywhere. Lovely. There we go. Let's try and get this blue here. I'm really starting to see where I missed it with the green. Definitely need to go over that again. No worries though. Wow, lovely, lovely. Look at that. Looking good. Looking very, very good. The Inquisition did nothing wrong ever. Know more about 40k politics in real life, and that's fair enough sometimes. You know, it's fair enough. There we go. But yeah, on my channel Discord server, I go for a pretty strict no real-world politics. Cultural stuff, sure, you know, you could talk about other cultures and things about culture and that kind of thing, but when it comes to actual politics and politicking, no. Don't allow that on my Discord. It leads to too much frayedness. Plus, 40k is about escapism from our perspective, so thus I intend to keep it that way. I intend to keep it about escapism. Lovely. There we go. Let's try and get you up there by the horn. Giggity. Wow, this is a really difficult one to do, I won't lie. The angle. The angle, man. Thanks. But I need to decide exactly what colour the hood is going to be. Right, there we go. That's the blue of that, and it looks pretty nice. Very good. Definitely need to sort out that green. It's definitely messing up a little bit. Now, this painting is confusing me, but inspiring me to finish my night. Marvellous. Nights are awesome, so you absolutely should. Alright. Trust me, I am also confused. Let's get this bit of blue here. I've decided this bit's trim's also going to be blue. Because Librarian. Then we can say we did the base. Get you there. Marvellous. From the top as well. There we go. Oh, I'm running out of blue. At that awkward point where it's like, I don't want to add blue to my palette. Because it's so close to finished. But the fact is, I simply don't have enough. There we go. Oh, goodness me. Bit of blue in there. There we go. Lovely. Last question, what kind of sword that? This will be a force sword. Because he's a librarian. I'm blind, this one isn't real. I have a cool painting tip for weathering. If you dry brush metallic paint of your choice, it gives a really cool effect as if the paint is weathering away. Yes, indeed. It is a very cool effect, that. Right. We're nearly there with the base, guys. Put a nice bit of blue on there. Lovely jubbly. Nice bit of blue up there. Also lovely jubbly. So close to done with the base, guys. I can smell it. I can smell it with my tonsils. And other various nondescript things that aren't meant for smelling. Ooh, try and keep you in shot. I'm getting excited. Getting all excited. There we go. Lovely. Just focus for a moment and you're no longer confused. Good. There we go. Looking good. Where do I buy miniatures online and where do I get tips to paint them? Well, obviously there is the Warhammer store itself. You can get them on Amazon. I get mine if I live in the UK, I go to a UK one called Mighty Lancer Games. I really like that store. Other than that, you just have to look around and see where they are good for you. Alright. Actually, you know what? I think that will do for tonight. Well, we've made real good progress on him. Is that a Gundam? It is not a Gundam. This is a Warhammer 40k mini. It is a Dark Angels Librarian. Who is usually dark green, but he's got some blue on him. But he shall be toned down. And it shall be most excellent. White scars are awesome. I agree. White scars are dope. They gotta go fast. But yes, that will do us for tonight, I think. So, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it 1,000-fold. So if you did like and enjoy this, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, as you know. You can consider supporting me via YouTube membership or Patreon. And I have a lore channel, Adeptus Historium. I strongly suggest if you guys like the lore, you guys go check out Adeptus Historium. Or of course, continue checking out this channel. I've got lots of stories of me learning how to paint there, as I'm still learning. I've only been doing this for about a year or so. If you find color scheme you like, YouTube a tutorial for that color scheme or something similar, and you'll almost certainly be able to find something to help you out. Absolutely. Good job, man. Thank you for the other channel. No worries, amigo. Have a good one, shall do. Great stream today. Thank you so much. Warhammer. Warhammer. Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. And remember, the Emperor is always guiding your brush. And got to go sub to the other one. I'm just reading that. Have a good one. Will do, man. Will do.